our efforts to better understand the material culture of the people who lived in the homes that Preservation Virginia cares for, we sometimes have unexpected allies, including rats. Rats are fantastic archivists. They pull things into their nest from about a 300-foot diameter, according to Matthew Webster of Colonial Williamsburg. They pull in things that are food, but also just scraps from around the house, whether it's bits of letter, or fabric, or silver spoons. On a number of occasions in Virginia and around the world, there have been instances where silver spoons have been found in rats' nests. They apparently are really attracted to the shininess of them. Rats' nests tend to be in places that are difficult for us to access, and we come across them when we're doing renovations on these buildings, and that's the case with this little spoon, which was found on the walls of Bacon's Castle in 1984. We were doing work on some previous termite damage. When the building's been around for as long as Bacon's Castle, there's been plenty of time for the termites to munch.
The spoon was discovered by our restoration craftsmen while they were working on a wall plate on the second floor of the building, where you can see this blue marker on the cutaway drawing. As I mentioned, rats tend to collect objects from about a 300-foot diameter. And you can see that applied to Bacon's Castle with this blue circle. So the collection area for our rat encompassed the entirety of the original 1665 structure, so it doesn't tell us much about where the spoon was originally. But back to our craftsmen on the second floor of Bacon's Castle.
As they were pulling out the remains of a rat's nest, Mike, who's been here for 37 years, heard something metallic clatter to the floor. And stepping down from the scaffolding, he reached into this pile of who knows what and found this. This spoon dates from 1784-1785, and I know that because of the date letter that's here on the back of this spoon. You also see the maker's mark for the maker, Richard Crossley. Crossley worked in London until about 1812. He's mostly known for his work in flatware. Richard Crossley marked this piece, and he may have also, in his shop, had it engraved with this crest. One of the elements of a coat of arms is the crest. The crest kind of appears above it. Sometimes it's a boar's head, sometimes it's a unicorn, sometimes really pretty much anything. And in this case, it's a bird. Sometimes these crests play on the name of the family itself. So in this case, a bird could mean the bird family. We thought for a while actually that this was for the bird family, but the bird family crest does survive on book plates. And as you can see, it's not the same. The bird is in a very different pose, and that matters for a crest. And this bird is what we would describe as closed. I've gone through all the families who lived at Bacon's Castle, and I haven't found a good match for a family crest and this bird.
Since it was made in 1784 or 85, we know it wasn't owned by any of the Arthur Allens or even Elizabeth Bray Smith, who invested heavily in the furnishings and interiors of the castle. In 1774, the Koch family inherited it. Then it passed to the Hankins family. There are innumerable marriages and potential paths for this spoon to have made its way to Bacon's Castle. The 1665 wing was even rented out in the 19th century. For now, the crest and the full story of the spoon remains to be told. You can help. If you have thoughts on this mystery, please do let us know. We'll keep you updated.